Ladies and gentlemen, we have a quest today, and that quest is to find the build with the most projectiles possible in Risk of Rain 2. So of course, we brought Power Mode Double Nail Gun Multi for the most projectiles out of our Survivor, and we are on command today to build the most insane projectile build you've ever seen. And if you guys like crazy builds like this, breaking Risk of Rain 2, hit the subscribe button, join the Discord if you guys have ideas on what I should do. But I have a list of items that we need to acquire for this build, and in terms of white items, there actually aren't many. However, Bundle of Fireworks is a no-brainer. Now, we do have opportunities for void items in this build, Polyloot and Plimp being one of them. Let's take a peek. Nothing here is interesting to me, so I'm going to grab a key for now to see if we can get a Polyloot or a Plimp later. Now, interestingly enough, Bundle of Fireworks is actually the only white item that I am considering for projectiles. Other than that, white items are going to be a little bit of healing, might do a cautious slug or two, and then a little bit of mocha. Movement speed and attack speed is going to be very important. We don't have any exponential stacking on today, it's just vanilla Risk of Rain 2 with command enabled. So attack speed is going to be the majority of our items in terms of white items. Other than that, we may use them to print into greens because there are actually a lot of red items that technically count as a sort of projectile. In terms of the definition of projectile today, I'm lenient with it, but in terms of greens, I'm starting with regen scrap early so we can maximize however many red items we can possibly get, because I think there's like maybe 7 of them. For an equipment, we are going to start off early. Actually, hold on, I have a smart idea here. We got to make sure I know where to get Newt. If Newt is not in a place that is accessible, I need to get a movement equipment. If I can get Newt, like it's over in this corner, which I'm going to go check, then I will get a gun to get a yellow item from the boss. This is great news. Not only is there another Void Cradle, but Newt is right here, so we can get a gun, we can get a yellow item from the boss, and here's my distinction, right? Charged Perforator. Not really a projectile, because it's kind of a lightning strike that comes down from the sky. Molten Perforator, that feels right. So Molten Perforator is a go for today, Charged is not, but in that Void Cradle, I don't like what I see. I don't think we take Benthic, and I don't think we take Pluripotent Larva. We could take Pluripotent Larva. I don't think we're going to die today. It could kind of just be for fun. I guess we can do it, because, I mean, it doesn't really change anything in the run. That's kind of no reason not to. It doesn't matter anyway, because we do have another equipment barrel right here. So let's make this easy. We'll grab a gun from here, and then I'll go grab this one that's also going to be a gun, which means then I can gun the boss and take another gun to the next stage. I should also at some point probably grab a Sail Star in terms of a green, because then we can get 2 reds, or even more than that, on stage 4. We have a lot of time to make that happen. I think a Sail Star in general is probably a good play, because there are just a lot of items we need. We got Teleporter. We're going to gun whatever it is. It's going to be very simple, because I already know the yellow we're going to get. We get a green here. We're going to start with Little Disciple. Very easy projectile getter. Just comes out automatically. And then for green, I think we do take a Sail Star early. No reason to take a regen scrap there. We do not have enough to print in the bazaar anyway. So we'll start with a Sail Star to make sure we get maximum value out of that every stage going forward. And with Teleporter done, we now do the Halcyonite Shrine to get 3 more items. Don't hit me, sir. This should be quick. Multi is very strong with Double Nail Gun, especially we get to choose your build. So we should be able to rinse through very quickly. And let's see, we are given at least 1 green, which I think will be regen scrap. We get a second green, but let's just go mocha, and then another regen scrap. So no projectile greens yet, but don't worry, there are plenty we are getting. Now we are at Abandoned Aqueduct, and I do think Rolling Pots is going to be pretty important, because that's 2 other greens we get to have, guaranteed. They don't have to be bans, they are going to drop as command essence. So let's take full advantage. We should also definitely use our Sail Star and a large chest once we have enough money for it, because that means greens or red guaranteed. Moment of truth, I'll take 1 red for sure, but 2 greens does mean my regen scrap venture is finished, and we can start to get actual greens that add projectiles. One of the first ones we're getting, a little bit odd, razor wire. Every time I get hit by something, I throw a bunch of projectiles out in every direction. I'm gonna do a really interesting thing right now, which is grab a roll of pennies temporarily out of a temporary printer. Now I just get hit by a couple of things, and then we're gonna have a bunch of money. Beetle, come here. Oh, sorry, Beetle. Look at the amount of money I get from this, just a couple hits. 600, 800. So much gold. Thank you, sir. We do have our void key, which I will pop. It's just going to give us another void key, which I think happens almost every time. I don't even know if you can get a green out of there, but I'm going to try. I am going to take a second sail star out of this normal chest, because there was another large chest back here, and I think that's kind of the play. Large chests are very important for this, like more important than usual, because there's so many green and red items. So I might as well kind of waste another green to sail star into a large chest if there is one. Give me a red. 2 more greens, that's a-okay. 1 green we are taking is kind of a throwaway, but it is a projectile. That would be shuriken. The other green, of course, is an ATG missile. I mean, y'all saw it coming. Y'all saw ATG coming. I'm not gonna not do ATG. Now, if we find plasma shrimp, I will change it to being plasma shrimp. But ATG is fine for now. There is another large chest. So hopefully it's a green. Not a green. I can look for, I guess I could do teleporter first, see what I find out of teleporter, and then sail star this again. We do also have the Lemurians that are going to give me some stuff too. So we got Newt. I'm going to hit teleporter. I'm going to gun the boss. There should only be 1. There could be 2 though. Let's see. There are 2, but I'm going to gun 1 for sure. We'll take this down. Hopefully sail star from the green. Then use the large chest to get hopefully a red and at least 2 greens. And then we'll go and get 2 more greens from the Lemurians. It actually is giving us 2 yellows, which is not really what I wanted to see. But again, we can roll pots and get 2 greens to get a sail star anyway. But not really what I wanted there. So yellow items, as I said. Molten Perforator does count as a projectile in my mind. But for some reason, Charged Perforators doesn't quite feel right. And so in a weird twist, I'm taking Defense Nucleus. Alpha constructs spawn on the ground and they will fire projectiles, and that's not coming from me, but it's more projectiles on the screen. Now, Multi is the weirdest pot roller in the game, so the chance that we can get these pots moving is going to be low, but it is possible, and I think we can get this one to that button if we're very careful. This button has huge risk because there is a mountain straight where I am that I'm trying to avoid going down right now, but that's decent. Ooh. Oh, we're so close. I mean, it's right there. Come on, dude. You just have to stay on the button. Don't go down here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Relax. We lost it. We lost the pot. Okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Still gonna open this chest. Hope for beautiful. A red. Now, there's a lot of options we can take from here. We got sentient meat hooks. We have ceremonial daggers. We have clover to help with other projectiles. We have pocket ICBM. There's others, but we have to start here. Now, of course, we do get to nab a freebie every stage now from the Red Cauldron, and I am going to add in the electric boomerang. Now with pocket ICBM, we are going to have missiles all over the stage. We have ATGs, boomerangs, we have Little Disciple pushing, and of course, this is a great map. We are on command, so no more Little Disciple because we got to Scorched Acres. I always get excited about that. I'm going, Scorched Acres, we can get Little Disciple. We're on command, and we already have it. In terms of yellow items, we are actually done. So our next equipment is going to be different. But I do have to be on the lookout for a large chest, because I do not want to waste the, 2 sail stars we have on just a normal little old chest. Ooh, we are given another Halcyon Shrine. Very interesting. I think I will go for that. First off, we're going to see if we get lucky. Okay, I really didn't want to touch the chest by accident. We're going to refresh the key, because, you know, maybe we'll get a green. I'm giving another green. We're going to be funky. We're going to do Chance Doll to be able to get more reds and greens out of Chance Shrines. I don't know how good that item is, all things considered, but we don't really need any more greens. All the greens we have are the greens we're gonna have. From here, it's all red, so maybe we actually end up going regen scrap. Let's test the build. How many projectiles do we have at this? Whoa, dude. Hey, can I let y'all know a secret? We don't even have clover. We do not have a clover, and that is what the build looks like on stage 3. However, I do have bad news. It's looking like the chance of a large chest is dwindling. This is the last area I have to check, so we'll hit the node, and it looks like we are out of options. I'm going to hit a normal chest, and we're going to see in the chat if it says I got sail starred or not. I did. Apparently there was something better on the stage. I have not seen it unless it was just like a damaged chest, which in command I do not care about. So for greens, regen scrap again, mocha in terms of the white item, and I think from here there is a chance that we just go syringe, because I'm feeling like our movement speed is feeling pretty good. I have no qualms with it. So we just regen scrap, syringe, and then red. Ooh, and that sucks, and that's tough, right? We can definitely get another green somewhere, but I found the large chest. Okay, they were not lying to me. Let's pick up these 2 chests, and then do or maybe 3 chests, and we'll do the shrine. Let's do an equipment drone for an ahoy. Love to see that. And we have our green to give us a sail star, and we will go and grab that large chest. Come on, red. 2 greens. Okay, it is still regen scrap. I'm not that upset, but I need more reds. We have like 6 to 8, maybe 9. Honestly, there's like 10 reds we still need. No, that's a lot. There's some void items in here that we need. Okay, we got a lot of stuff we need to grab, but first we gotta rock the shrine to get our extra items. And against these golems, well, that one's healing this one, so let's start with this one first. Whoa, dude. I mean, this is... Yeah, no, it's an intense start. We are on stage 3, not a single clover in sight. The chance I crash today isn't as low as I thought it would be. And look at the little Ducleus coming out. Absolutely garbage item. But they're adding projectiles. All right, big man's here, and now I hope that... Oh, good grab transport drone, because stage 3 Halcyon-ite is very scary. So I would like to stay very far away so we don't get hit, because they do a ton of damage. But transport drone is cooking him. Let's go, baby. In fact, I don't know if this guy's here. I don't know if he was ready to spawn in. Oh, there he is. And now he decides to attack. Brother, it's a little late. Okay, I'm scared. We gotta be very careful. We do have free lives for sure, but it is a scary enemy. Let's lock in, finish the job, and we get a red. Come on. Not a red. But we'll grab some more syringes, some more regen scrap, some more syringes, and we'll get out of here. One issue I could see popping up is we don't find a certain void cradle that gives us green void items. Plasma shrimp isn't... I mean, it maybe is the most integral thing to the build. It's not really, because if we have enough clovers, ATG can do a similar amount of projectiles, but plasma shrimp really reigns supreme, because it is a guaranteed, like, boatload of projectiles to come out. Of course, it's not as much damage as an ATG with clovers and things, but in terms of raw things coming out of Multi's guns, plasma shrimp is what we are looking for, but we're never guaranteed void items in a run. And we already have Newton. We've finished looting. We're gonna have a lot of bosses here, which I'm a little bit scared about, but also the build is crazy, so we should be able to delete it very fast. Okay, yep. Cool. And Dune Striders would be very cathartic for me. Everyone knows that I hate them, and it's dead. Incredible. This Dune Strider also down. We gotta watch for little balls of doom, and then we have the last Amalgamator, which once these ATGs make their way over, it's not even close. And what do we get? 2 greens? I don't hate it. We are back, Newt, and I'm taking 2 reds this time. We don't quite have enough for 3, but that is A-okay. We are taking ceremonial daggers, because obviously that is a projectile. And I'm also going to classify Tesla coil as a projectile, as it protrudes from my body. We arrive on Abyssal Depths with a total of 8 items left to get. We have 8 total that I would ideally like to find to get every projectile-ish item in the game. I think chances are really high if there is a Void Seed. So far we have not gotten one, and I think without a Void Seed it's going to be a little bit tough, because I do want Plasma Shrimp, and I do really want Polyloot. I know Polyloot technically not a projectile. I'm kind of counting it for this, but I'm more counting it because it's going to add a bunch of projectiles by proc. If a bunch of Polyloots go off on an enemy, that means more ATGs, more Plasma Shrimp, and more everything else. So that's kind of the rationale behind Polyloot, even though technically it's not really a projectile item on its own. Kind of the same rationale with Clover. Obviously Clover is not a projectile, but everyone knows it's going to make the build a million times better. Ooh, let's get some money. Let's do one of these and one of these. And then with this build, I am not really concerned about this double combat shrine. There's also a hidden stone titan somewhere on the stage. I don't know where he's at, but he's going to die in a minute. Oh, there he is. Come here. Come here. Do not laser me. You're a rascal. I was trying to be nice and not hit you early, But then you lasered me and I had to do what I had to do. But this is good. We have 10,000 gold, so I can very easily sneak my way into here. And with all the sale stars, do I get 3? I have no idea. We get 1. We're taking Nukahana's Opinion. We get another. We're taking Runic Lens. And now, is that it? It is. Every other item from here on out. Actually, there are wow, there's let me organize real quick. So hopefully on this stage we can find some more reds, because we have 2 more that I would like to get. However, I think from now on, clovers are our best bet. Sentient Meat Hook is one of the ones I'm looking for. The other one is Resonance Disc. Technically, Resonance Disc kind of fits what I'm defining as a projectile. It's a bad red, but that doesn't mean it's not a projectile. But I do think in order for this build to reach its true potential, clovers are going to take priority over at least Resonance Disc. I can see the argument for Sentient Media, because it's going to work really well with clover. Resonance Disc doesn't really need to be here. And it looks like we are finally going to get our equipment, and the one we are going to end the run with is Disposable Missile Launcher. We have Pocket ICBM, meaning a lot of missiles are going to come out. And if we weren't really focused, I'm going to take Missile Drone for the, the theme. If we weren't really focused on getting regen scrap for more reds, I would be getting fuel cells for Disposable Missile Launcher. But we refresh our key one more time and hope for the best. The next stage, if the key is not a green or like rare, or I guess uncommon, void item, then I think we just take Weeping Fungus, because then at least we get some more Nukahana's projectiles out. But this could be our guy right here. Oh my goodness, come on. Give me a green item here. Green Void, Polyloot or Plimp. Well, it's Plimp. Oh my god, they did it. Yes! We have Plimp now, and now for white item, we can go heavy into Personal Shield Generator to make sure we have that Plasma Shrimp all of the time. This also makes Clover a little bit less important. However, things like Electric Boomerang and Molten Perforator very much use Clover, so I will still be getting a lot of Clovers, but ATG was kind of the big ticket projectile that would have gotten the most use. But for now, it is regen scrap, regen scrap, regen scrap. I mean, look at the build now. Look at the build now. The projectiles on my screen, even the Electric Boomerang is going crazy without a single Clover. Ooh, we are given a red naturally, and a Clover is gonna be the way to go. I have run into a small issue though, and that is that Newt is on the little chandelier over there. I have no way to get to it. Ooh, a gun! That's incredible. This looks amazing. I have no way to get to Newt, which is not good, because if this is a green, we have a chance. It's not, so I don't know how we're gonna get up there. Because I want to use the Bazaar and all that it's worth, but I have no way to get up onto the chandelier without one more jump. My hope was to find a green and get a feather, but I don't know if we have a way to do that. We could obviously have gotten equipment, but we did get the missile launcher. So alas, I kind of just have to do one last search to see if a green is possible. And of course, we can't do teleporter first to get that potential green, because then we've already done teleporter. Hold on, I found another chest. Be good, be a green. Oh my god, if it's... Oh no, don't do that to me. Now, wait just a minute. I've never done this before on command, but I have a very intriguing idea. What if I got rid of a drone that was like a level 2 drone? Is it gonna give me green command essence? Oh my god, I'm a genius. Yeah, that ruined my day. That ruined my day for sure. And there aren't even printers because we're on command. So I can't even print that. I mean, just unlucky. Just unlucky. We have to do teleporter anyway, Imp Overlord. We are going to send out missiles right here. This is going to decimate them. Yep, okay, you can tell when the audio breaks that it's bad. There is no way. I'm gonna pick up the feather just for the solidarity of it, but I can't get Newt now because I started teleporter, and that is just absolutely tragic. Wait, can Newt just not spawn on this map? Here's spot 1, here's spot 2, and here's spot 3. Oh my god, it's here. It was just, it's so bright. It's not even blue. It's like golden. Yo, I'm pissed. And of course they give me helmets. Ooh, wait, we're saved. There's 2 Void Seeds, which does mean The potential for poly loot is very high, which means there will be way more projectiles in total if I get a bunch of those. And who knows, if I had gone to Newt and chosen Sky Meadow, would we have gotten one? Who is to say? We are given a large chest, and it's a large damage chest, which is fun, but we will grab a 1 and a 2, because of course we can very easily print into some reds on the moon, which I would love to do. Now, what on earth do we have going on up here? I can't even get through the cave. I'm starting to grab some bustling fungus to prep for the void key. That will inevitably give us a choice between all of the common void items. But the void seeds are clear, and so we begin to loot and look for gold. Moment of truth. We will take our weeping fungus. Here's my void key. If I don't get a green here, yeah, it's just not possible. It's just not, you can't get an uncommon from a void key on command. It's not possible. Show me the money. That's not the money. Give me the goods. Okay, show me poly loot. Okay, we got us, guys, all I want is 1 item. I do think that is most likely our last chance at a poly loot, which is fine. Poly loot, again, not necessarily a projectile. It kind of only happens on the enemy into its own enemy. But I shall, just to make sure. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? I'm sure I missed a couple. We got a chest over here. We do have some stuff. So I'm gonna make sure we full loot, and then we'll do teleporter. And I think that is it. All that is left are a couple of equipment barrels, and I do not need those. Our final teleporter before we go to the moon is going to be very quick. It is a soulless control unit, and it is no longer a soulless control unit. Where is the other one at? Okay, there's like 3 of these guys, but are they under me? They have to be under me. Yeah, okay. And let's absolutely remove them from the game. We are given another yellow. What do I do with this guy? Give me Mired Urn. It's like kind of teeny little weird bit of projectile, and it heals, so Nukahana's opinion can throw out some healing or projectiles. You know what I should have done? I should have grabbed 1 key box, 1 rusted key, so that we could use this Sail Star on the key and probably get another red item. Either way, it's fine. We have a great build here and 32 regen scrap to throw in. What is that? I mean, I guess I won't risk 2 other greens, although yeah, we can't risk losing Razor Wire or Shuriken, because they are part of the projectile build. But I can grab 6 more clovers for a total of 7 of them. The other 2 items were Sentient Meat Hook and Resonance Disc, but against Mithrix, both of those aren't really that important. What's more important are clovers to make this build right here better. I'm realizing in terms of equipment, Crowdfunder might not have been a terrible play, but I think Disposable Missile Launcher embodies the spirit of the run more because we already have multi-nail gun. Isn't Crowdfunder just another one of those? And we begin. We are doing 6 of these until we run out of regen scrap, and all of them will be clovers, because, I mean, like, of course it is, you know what I mean? And we do still technically have 3 scrap to print into, but I do not think it is worth the potential loss of something else, and so alas, we have 7 clovers. With this build, let's do some pillars. Now, chances are I won't really be able to shoot at anything for very long, because they're gonna die anyway, but I can kind of hope that big thing spawns so I can show it off. Otherwise, it's gonna be Mithrix. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, we could crash the game. I can see potential. We are done with pillars, and I don't want to push my luck too far at this point. So we'll go up one of the jump pads, and we will get this build rocking. Now, if I'm Mithrix, I am terrified. Let's get in here. We will double nail gun up, and I would throw a missile launcher now, but I want to see what our M1 does. Our primary attack does to Mithrix here without the addition of missiles first. Let's find out. Let's see how we're doing. Tentibubble would have been fun to keep him in one spot, but here we go. We send out missiles, and everything is here. Look at the Molten Perforator. I cannot see what's going on my screen. Have we maxed out the potential for projectiles in this run? I mean, pretty much. It does not get better than this. I did think the Mithrix fight would be faster. Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. You know what? Let's not die. This is a pretty insane thing to see, though. I think we succeeded in our mission. My screen is shaking just on the amount of projectiles that are here, and I'm not even in power mode right now. We are 2/3 of the way done. Now, if we wanted this build to be like a true god build, I think adding even just 2 tri-tip daggers would have done it. We don't really need it, though. That's not really the point of today. The point of today is to almost crash the game with the amount of projectiles, and we've done it. I don't have a ton of health and or healing for this build, so I'm a little bit frightened for Phase 3. If we goof one time, it gets very dicey. And without being able to see very clearly, and everything almost killing me immediately with, you know, lag and shaking of my screen, we'll see how it goes, but I am a little bit nervous. And I don't even really want to talk about Phase 4. That's frightening. That is as frightening as it gets, but let's go right here. And I am going to hold every single bullet as close as I can. Whoa! Holy moly, that was close. That was very spooky. Don't kill me. Okay, that did almost no damage. Love that. Oh my god, my screen doesn't even look like this game anymore. But now that a jump has happened, pizza can begin, which is frightening. Yeah, we can't die. Okay. Pizza can begin, which is frightening because it is very hard to see, but we might be okay. I hold here. We send out missile launchers. Oh my god, I don't even know if I got hit there. Oh my goodness, I can't. Oop, oop, oop. We avoided pizza. Oh, I shouldn't have used missiles. Hey, we might be cooked. We gotta go, because Nukahana's is nearby. So we need to not be anywhere near that, and in 26 seconds, we should be okay. Now, we do have an incinerator drone. Whoa, that's fast attack speed. Incin drone, can you get involved? I need you to be doing damage to Mithrix. It does appear that he's mad at enemies. We got our movement speed and attack speed back. That's good. We didn't get all... We have larva. We can die and it doesn't matter. Okay, we should be golden now. We'll missile in and we go. We commit fully, we commit fully, we commit fully. We don't even move, and it is over. You know what I'm realizing? We could have pillar skipped if we really wanted to. Okay, I forgot with enough attack speed, you can kind of just pillar skip with multi. Oops. That's okay. And so it left ready to recharge. Let's take a look at our final damage. Here we are, 3.8 million damage dealt. And can I just say, 0 chests left behind. That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, there's nothing about projectiles in this screen, but that is a-okay. Here is the build if you want to try to follow something similar. But this was a ton of fun. My game was hurting, but we did get through. I hope you all enjoyed this chaos, and with that being said, I will see you next time.